All right, welcome back to NISMOLOGY, and today I am going to show you guys. Do you guys know how to change a front diff on a GTR? Well, come on, let's go, because I haven't changed one either. First one, I actually got a Cusco RS one way. So with the RS, you can change it, I think, from one way to 1.5, depending on what you want to set up. But it's right there in that box, and we're gonna go take the OEM open diff out and put that in. Let's go. As you can see here, here's the diff. I actually bought this diff secondhand from Up Garage, but I think it's pretty good order. I got it for a good deal. So here we go. So you see here at the RS type, you can go one way or 1.5, and configurations. And I think they show you how that you can do it in either, well, different parts of this, but you know, I can't read Jeff. I can read a little bit, can read a few characters, but I can't read like freaking just read this mother. I can't do it. But yep. So let's take a look at this. All right, this is what I have in the books. Diff is in here, and the stinky smell of it looks pretty good. I don't see anything that's crazy looking. Got the bearings on there, the races, the inner race. And I don't think I'm gonna change anything. All I'm gonna do is make sure all these Allen keys are tight, and I'm gonna put her in. And I think here is how you can tell if it's the one way or the 1.5. It depends on the shape. So I'm gonna have to look and see which one this is. I think it's the 1.5 or the one way, but I don't know for sure. Google, here I come. But before we do any of that, we gotta get this car in the air. And thanks to Quick Jack, which is right there, simply just slide it under, line everything up, plug it in, press the button. Car goes in the air. That'll probably take me about 10 minutes to set, just to put it all in there, set it up, make sure everything lined up, and we'll get the car in the air. All right, just making sure when it comes down that both sides are on the lock, which they are. The lock is pretty much those dowels, and this piece right here sits and just rests up against it on each side. Make sure that on the other side. Which it is. And we are locked. I like to also put a jack stand right in between this, which I'm going to do. So just for an extra precaution and safety. But car's in there. I'm gonna get ready to take this diff out. Gotta drain it. So we got it right there. We just gotta drain it and get ready to get everything out. Go from there. All right, here's the order of how I want to go about this. Hopefully it's right. I want to drain this fluid. Drain the fluid out of it, let it drain while it's draining. Take the tires off. We're gonna get the tires off, and then we're gonna start taking the axles out. To do this, axles have to come out on each side. So I'm gonna pick the hard side first. I think the hard side on GTRs, driver's side, right side, it's not so much as hard as just popping the freaking axle out, but we're gonna get that one out. And then this side here, you just literally, I think, unbolt a couple of bolts, and you can just slide it out, just give it a little pry, but it should slide out. Once those are out, then it's literally taking out the, I think there are two caps that hold in the bearings and everything for the diff, but I guess we'll see when we get there. I am bringing you guys along with me to show you how to do this. My mistakes, your gains. So if I make a mistake, I have to fix it, but I'll show you, and if I do make a mistake, I'll let you guys know. But I just want to make sure, because I haven't seen like any videos of how to change like front diffs or anything like that on GTR, especially like R32, 33, 34 versions. Not many videos of people showing stuff, how to do stuff. So follow NISMOLOGY if you want to know how to do things. If it's not done the right way, let me know, and then we'll fix that. But let's get to it. All right, getting ready to take the wheels off. And as I do this, kind of watch a little bit of The Equalizer 2, boys. Shout out to Denzel. If you're watching my video, Denzel, you're an awesome actor. And if you ever need any work done on your car, Denzel, just let me know. Hit up NISMOLOGY. I really appreciate it, bro. But I got this impact from Kynes. There's a store here in Japan called Kynes. They call it Kynes, but it's Canes. It's C-A-I-N apostrophe S. It's Canes. But they call it Kynes. But yeah, this is a great impact. I think I paid like 9,000 yen, which is approximately about, I want to say about 80 bucks. And almost everything I've hit with this, it comes off. And it's like, it's pretty good. Just a shout out, just a quick how you do there, you know? You don't have to have everything name brand with tools. This right here is a beast. Right, running here. Just getting it's loose here. You know what I'm saying? I've kind of loosened it already. I'm gonna show you, but I'm definitely not gonna get splashed. So those that don't know, if you don't know, some people don't know actually, this is your drain plug. This is your fuel plug. Before you fill this back up, put this one back in. Make sure you put some Teflon tape on it. All right. Well, we got that coming out, but that don't look good. That don't look good at all. Glad I'm changing this. That's filthy. Let's see what's on this magnet. Oh crap! Well, I can't really tell what that kind of looks like. I don't know what the hell that is. I really don't. Yeah. Guess we'll see once we really fully pull this out. Let's see. Well, I guess it's almost done draining. Surprised it's still in the pan. Almost every time I drain something, it ends up on the floor. All right, I like to start at the hard ones first. So I'll get to the top ones, the top ones to get them out first. And then I'll just get the ones around the bottom, because those are easy. But let's start with the tops. All right, I am on my left side, passenger side axle. And further inspecting, I guess it's a good thing I'm doing this now, because axle boot has ripped. Houston, we have a problem. So now I gotta order axle boots. Recently did the front right one, the one on the driver's side. So that one's fine, but I'm probably just gonna get new ones all together just so I can have spares. So I actually go call Shogun Auto Care, which is on Kadena Air Force Base here in Okinawa, and see if they can order those for me. Sometimes they usually have them in stock, but I mean, I don't know for sure because they're not open today. It's Sunday. I'll call tomorrow just to verify, but here we go, you know. And here's a recap of what I've done. I've taken the wheel off to get the axle out. Things that you have to take loose so that you can pull this hub this way, like pull the hub towards you when you get ready to pull this axle out. So your link for your stabilizer or your sway arm This link needs to unbolt here. I mean, I have an aftermarket one, but you know, if you have the OEM one, I think it's a 14, but unbolted there. That has to be unbolted. Also your tension rod, you got to take this one off. If you don't want to take these two here off, you can just take this single one off. You just need it to release the tension between the knuckle and the subframe. Once you get that off, then we got the lower control arm here, which here I have the aftermarket GK Tech. Take these bolts out. If you have an OEM one, it's just a single bolt that goes up through it or come down. There's a nut here. Just take those off. So that's what I'll do here. And once you get these off and these bolts off, you'll be able to, oh, and don't forget your link here. We're gonna take, it's also GK Tech. This is the GK Tech tie rod kit that comes with the inner and outer one. So if you have an OEM one, you should just have a stud that sticks up through here. Just take it off, knock it down, and that's gonna free up this knuckle. So once that's freed up, then you can knock off your axle nut. And once you knock the axle nut off and all these things are loose, you can pull this hub this way to get the splines and everything off. Then you just take off on the GTR, the R series here. I mean the R chassis. You have the front. You have 6 12mm bolts that are under here. You take those 6 off and this single axle just comes out. And then once this one is out, I can start tapping the, I get this side of the axle out and I can just pull it out from the engine that goes through the oil pan. So, I mean, that's just a rundown of what's happening and what's going on and what you have to do. Now I'm going to get on here and knock loose these, 6 of them that's back there. I don't know if you can see them. You might be able to see one back there. Oh, there you go. You can see 2, 3 of them. 6 of them. Knock all 6 of them loose and your axle is coming off. All right. Got the axle out. You don't have to put it all the way out. Literally, it just needs to clear from the freaking diff. So, got this one out. Gonna pause for today. I'll start back again tomorrow. Also, before I stop it, here's the axle. And I think I'm gonna have to replace this inner one also. Look like it's getting ready to rip, so before it even starts that, I'm just gonna replace that one and this one. Both boots. All right, welcome back, boys and girls, if there are any women watching. But here we are today. I just started about 15 minutes ago. Got this right side wheel off, got the axle out, driver's side. If you haven't seen my video on that, I have a video on how to take especially this right side off, which is, I think, kind of maybe the difficult one. But it's good to go. So next, what I'm going to be doing is taking these bolts, these bolts out here. So I think there are what, 2, 4, 8 of those. Take all 8 of those out, and that's kind of what's holding the pressure onto the diff itself. So you take this out, make sure there's a seal and a spacer in between it, but don't damage the seal. It's like a O-ring. It's like a rubber O-ring, so don't damage it when you pry it out. Here on the RBs, see the arrow there? There's a indentation where you can stick a screwdriver right in between that and just pry it out on each side evenly, kind of. So just make sure you don't damage that rubber seal that's in between. If you have a new one, then you can replace it, but I suggest just trying not to damage it. But what we're gonna do now is take that off. I got all the front diff cover bolts out. All I gotta do is break the seal and knock it off, and then we can see inside. And You know, I'm just gonna take these out and pry it off, and then, I mean, say you guys from seeing that trouble, so we'll do that right now. All right, to show you those indents, well, that groove I was speaking of is right there, and there's one on the other side as well. So you just stick it in there and pry it out, and that's gonna release the pressure for the diff. So let's do that now, and also I'll get this cover off. All right, as I slowly pried it away, you can see the diff fall. So diff has been, if you see here, see if I can move it with my hand. I don't know for sure, but try. All right, as we come down, all right, that's out. I kind of want to just leave it right there. I kind of know where the marks, well, it says forward, so that's the area where you want to put forward. But if you don't know that, get a marker and mark the mark so you'll know exactly where it lines back up. With this side over here, I didn't take it all the way out, so I know just to push it straight back in to get that, you know, make sure that everything's taken care of. So that being said, let's get this diff out of here. And when you take it out, you want to take it out, but twist the pinion towards you. I mean the ring gear, not the pinion. Pinion's in the back. But twist the ring gear towards this way and pull out. I gotta hold my phone, so I can't like record and do it. So I'll have to show you guys afterwards. All right, it's out. Literally did exactly what I just told you, and it came right out. Bearings feel pretty smooth on this side, which is what, the driver's side, passenger side. No roughness and nothing crazy. I mean, I guess on the inside the spider gears look okay. Nothing's broken. Nothing feels crazy. So with this, I gotta take the ring gear off, and I have to put it on the Cusco diff. Swap that, and I think that should be it, because the Cusco diff already have bearings on it, which I'm glad it kind of came with them, because I did not get new bearings. I didn't want to take all this apart and then have to put new bearings in it. But it has bearings already, which I'm pretty sure they're okay. But if I had new ones, I would definitely put the new ones on, but I don't think it's gonna be a big factor. But we'll knock these off, get the ring gear off, and switch it over to the Cusco. While we're at it, I guess we can look kind of on the inside of this and see what we got. I don't see anything crazy on that bearing. Oh, yo. Put the light up there. See anything crazy? Nothing in there. I think maybe it was just the gear oil. But it looked like some kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's been gear oil, the one that I used. The races don't look good. The outer races don't look good. I mean, don't look bad. All right. Well, I guess we'll clean everything up and put it back in here. Pinion looks good. Don't see any marks or anything crazy on it. So I think it might be fine, guys. I'm actually watching Baki. If you haven't watched Baki, check him out. Baki Hama. So I'm gonna switch right now. I'm gonna switch this over, switch the ring gears over, and just check everything, go clean the inside of the diff out, and we'll go from there. I'll pick back up later. All right, got that out, cleaned it up, and I just wiped down in here just a little bit to show you guys what I'm working with. Clean, nerve. What I'm gonna do is scrape all that off the corner here and get ready to put some good gasket make on there. All right, but I think everything is almost ready to go in once I tighten up this once I tighten bolts to the ring gear. And also that's that rubber right there, the black one. That's it. So make sure you don't tear that. Don't rip that. One more check, but I think that's good. All right, I'll clean my case, clean that next. And also don't forget to put Loctite on these bolts. So I'll do that and I'll be back. All right, got everything for the most part clean. Cover, got the the ring gear bolted up to the new diff. I mean, that outside portion ain't clean, but inside of this is clean. So more likely it's gonna get dirty again. And gonna get ready to stick her in. Ready to put it inside of there. Let's make it happen. As you can see, that other shaft is still stuck in there, so. But let's get ready to put this in. Sit down. Sit down right. All right, got it in. Got that portion in. So once you get this lined up, once you got it pushed in, you should be able to move it with your hand, like move it left and right, just get the hose lined up. So once it's in, the pinion and everything, the ring gear is gonna line up. And you should be able to, I mean, it should just be in there, but everything should be good to go right now. So what I'm going to do is tighten up, put these bolts back in. Let's go to this flange that's here. Bolt those back up. And then I'll put some gasket on the housing and get ready to put it back on. All right, got all that tight, got that tightened. So my next point of business is what I think I'm going to try and finish up tonight is at least get this side of the car back together. The left side the passenger side boots, I'm going to replace. I'm going to get those from Cadena. I called today and they had them in stock. So I'm going to go get those and I'll replace that side axle boots. And then I'll put it all back together. But this side I'm going to try and button up tonight. And also with the Loctite, I'm just going to wait until tomorrow or wait until I finish with get the other diff shaft boots and everything replaced before I fill it up, so that way the Loctite can cure inside where the ring gear is. So I guess I can put this side back together and then I can tighten those 3 bolts that went to the shaft that pushes through the block, the oil pan, and then probably can put silicone on there, put it back on, and then all I have left is to wait for the boots to get when I replace the boots, and also then after that I can fill up the diff. We should be golden after that. Let's do this. Well, I figured while I'm already down here, I'll go ahead and change the engine oil. Didn't see nothing on the plug. Every time I change it, I use a filter here. I mean, it's just a paint filter, but I mean, it strains pretty good. And if anything is in there, which is nothing in there, thank God. So, also always check my oil. Those are air bubbles. Those are air bubbles. Everything looks pretty good. Thank God. I also started using Valvoline VR1. I'm using 20W50 right now. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, not a lot, but just some people are going to say, don't run 20W50. There have been many race cars that ran 20W50 and still booking it, but not gonna. I'm running 20W50 VR1 Valvoline. I also have, before that, I was running the 5W50 AMSOIL, which, I mean, a lot of this depends on where you live, your location, your climate. Here in Okinawa, mostly it's hot. Those numbers, like the 20W50, like that's gonna be, I think that's a pretty good oil for what my engine is using. So I don't think anything's gonna be terrible with using 20W50. I'm going to keep using it. Andrew stated that he should think I should run like a 10W, I mean the 60 weight, but not many places have 60 weight oil just floating around. I know you guys over in Australia have that good stuff, but you know, I'm here in Japan, and I just get the 20W50, and I even asked some tuners here, and they said the 50 weight is fine, especially for here in this climate. So I'll be running that for right now. But right now I'm gonna button up the this driver's side. So the more I do tonight, the less I have to do the next day. So that's how I'm gonna think about that. So button up this driver's side, lock everything back down, and I'll wait I'll go get my boots tomorrow from Cadena. There we go. All right, what I'm gonna do now is put this case on. I got my CV axle boots in, and I'll show you guys the part numbers or whatever for those, just in case you need to get them. While this is drying, I'll put the CV axle boots together and let this dry a little bit, and then after that I'll fill it up with the gear lube that's over there, AMSOIL. So let's get to work. All right, we're back here again today, and this is gonna be the final call. I'm putting everything in today, baby. Putting all the left side back in, the right side gonna get put in, and with a snap of a finger, just like that. All right, got everything back together. Got the engine oil in, and I'm just gonna check now to make sure that we got LSD stuff. Cooking, boys. I think we're cooking. Cooking. Nice. Well, thank you for watching NISMOLOGY. Like, share, subscribe, comment, leave me something. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys that do watch. And peace from Japan. NISMOLOGY out.